Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools that help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with Robin Shimizu and friends talking happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu way from Sacramento, California. We want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups. Welcome to BizChicks TV. Robin, how you been?
We have a special guest today. Good morning, Sterling.
Say good morning.
Oh, his body's getting so big.
Yes, he is. Say I'm 14 months.
Beautiful, beautiful baby. Okay, so today we have a very special guest. She is our, how should I say this? I look at her as our expert for having healthy, great events. And she's a really good consultant for us on how to eat healthily at our events and how to focus on our good health. So, but today I have actually a two-part series.
Yay!
We're going to talk today about just the health, because I want to make it really fast because our guest is so we're excited about our guest, Claudia. Yes. Anyway, 7 impressive reasons to why to eat mushrooms.
Okay.
So we're going to go through this really fast because next week we're going to focus on how mushrooms are good for your brain.
Mm-hmm.
There's other mushrooms that we're going to talk about next week. But so today I just wanted to introduce the idea of people, how healthy mushrooms are for us to eat. But yet, we still have to be careful. So this little article is from the Cleveland Clinic. And so it's, very well researched and it is science-based. But they say, throughout history, civilizations have treasured mushrooms as a source of strength and healing. Greeks believed eating mushrooms made warriors strong, while the Chinese culture had long considered them medicinal food for healthy living. And today, Japan has an approved mushroom-based drug treatment for cancer. So it's really become really, and what's happened with me is I started drinking mushroom coffee about 2 or 3 months ago. I swear by it. I feel like I feel so much clearer. So I just kind of wanted to introduce the idea of mushrooms to people. So what are the types of mushrooms? Mushrooms are a fungus. Scientists have identified thousands of species, but only 24 are widely acceptable as food. And it says, unless you're a mushroom expert, stick to your supermarket.
Okay.
To avoid poisoning and other side effects, because there are lots of poisonous mushrooms. And so don't go out and pick your own. Buy them from the grocery store.
I'm in agreement with that because I have never been really felt safe about picking my own stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Okay, so this one just goes over a few of these mushrooms. Okay, so there's chanterelle, which looks like a trumpet. There's cremini, which is the baby bellas, which we see all the time in the grocery stores. Enoki, maitake, oyster, porcini, and portobello. Those are the 7 mushrooms that they actually identified. And they said mushrooms contain health-boosting vitamins along with protein and fiber. For example, cremini mushrooms have only 15 calories for a cup, but 2 grams of protein and nearly 1 gram of fiber. So it goes on to say we have selenium, vitamin B6, riboflavin, niacin, potassium, and zinc, all in mushrooms. And the 7 benefits, I'll just go over them really quickly. Inflammation, lowering inflammation associated with heart disease because it's a antioxidant. It helps lower blood pressure. It helps support weight loss. It's a great source of vitamin D. I want to go through this really fast. It helps pertain. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to expand on next week. It protects your brain health.
Oh. Wow, I'm just impressed about the whole cancer thing. You
Yeah.
know,
It can maintain healthy heart. It can help improve your gut. And
mm-hmm.
so then the last part of this article says, well, are mushrooms safe? The answer is that it depends. Mushrooms you buy in the store are safe unless you have an allergy and to mushrooms or to mold, because mushrooms are a fungi. So you have to be careful if you have a mold allergy or a mold sensitivity. Wild mushrooms you can find in nature are much riskier. So if you and then it goes on to talk about with the side effects of eating mushrooms if they're poisonous. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to introduce the idea of mushrooms to our audience, and then next week I have a really great article about what specific mushrooms are good for your brain health, and they're a different set of mushrooms than we just talked about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So, with that, I want to introduce our guest, Claudia Newman. I am, oh, darn it. Claudia is I'm going to read her intro because I don't want to mess up her introducing her properly. Okay. Claudia's journey began in 2017 in the culinary world as a talented caterer, where she honed her skills in crafting exquisite dishes and creating memorable dining experiences. However, Claudia's passion for food extends beyond mere culinary artistry. She has transitioned her focus to event planning while still maintaining her commitment to promoting good food and wellness. I'm sorry, food health and wellness. In addition to her event planning endeavors, Claudia is deeply invested in educating and empowering individuals to making healthier lifestyle choices. Through her ongoing work, she continues to train and advocate for food health, helping people transition to a more nourishing and sustainable way of living. Claudia's unique blend of expertise in event planning and food health makes her an asset to our community. She intends to offer valuable perspectives from her insights and experiences that will enrich our conversation and inspire new ideas and healthy food options. Her business is called Savente Events. And so let's bring Claudia on so she can tell us what she's got for us today.
Good morning.
Yes.
How are you, everybody? How are everybody out there in the tech field, the social media field? And unfortunately, I'm the bearer of bad news, but good news, good support. So today I want to, by the way, hello, my name is Claudia. I am the founder of Saventi, and I'm thrilled to be here with BizChicks. Today, we're diving into a topic that's more relevant than ever, and that's how to reduce screen fatigue in general and also at events. In our tech-driven world, we're constantly plugged in. While technology connects us, it also distracts us from meaningful real-time experiences. Well, let's talk about limiting screen time at events and in life. It can boost engagement, enhance mood, and create unforgettable connections. So, the impact of excessive screen time on attention and mood. So, I will say this, like, I'm a culprit. I probably wake up, the first thing I look for, even before my glasses, is my phone. And that's very unfortunate. And weirdly enough, I'm not a big social media person where I don't get in and, like, I'm not an influencer or anything like that, but I do look towards social media for news sometimes, because I don't necessarily watch the local news. Sometimes I also look for it as an entertainment. If I'm bored sitting at waiting for my doctor to meet with me, I might scroll through and go straight to the comments. I'm a comment girl. Like, I can really appreciate a post, but I always go straight to the comments, and I'm always laughing hysterically. But I know that within this day and age, that is a true report for a lot of people. But excessive screen time and your attention to it creates a mental drain. Studies show that too much screen time can lead to cognitive overload. That reduces focus and increases stress. And how what we always talk about here in Saventi, because we try to like let everybody just show up, right? So we don't want anybody to be stressed. So decreasing overall your screen time will help improve your mood and increase the idea of stress-free. The other ideas when it comes to excessive screen use is decrease social interaction. I don't have this issue, maybe because I'm on the older end of things, but when's the last time everybody out here has called their mom or their dad? Or if you have an empty nest, when's the last time you talked to your children? And on both ends, when's the last time your children have talked to you? Mm-hmm. We want those interactions because those are good. I remember a time where we had Sunday dinners or Friday night, go out and eat nights, pizza nights or whatever. Are those things still happening? If not, get involved with those. When it comes to events, your event experience can be diminished. There's a lot of times where I really want to do like the new contrast of weddings, which is not have any kind of screen interaction. I went to a wedding recently. I didn't plan this one, but I went to a wedding recently where when you got in the door, they actually had you put your phone in the basket. Yeah. They didn't want any of the interaction. They're like, we have a photographer, we have this, we have that. We don't need you to be on your screens. We want you to be able to support this memorable event. If you need memories from this event, trust me, she had like 4 photographers there. They will capture all the events for you, and then we'll send the pictures to you. And I thought that was amazing.
I have a question. How did that go over with all the guests?
Well, it went over well for a few reasons. They were notified about this idea prior to the wedding, so it wasn't a surprise. Mm-hmm. So anybody, I guess, that didn't agree with that, I guess they didn't come.
We did that at a family wedding recently.
Really?
We asked them not to take any pictures because they stand up during the middle of the video. They stand up the most inopportune times when the couple's kissing and people are trying to get that shot. You know what I mean? Right. So you ask them, and then you got glare sometimes. Just it's very disruptive.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people
were extremely cooperative. Like you said, we asked them at the beginning of the ceremony before it started.
Right.
And it was also a little note in the invitations, Go ahead, Claudia.
Yes. So apparently you agree with it. You think that it's a good thing. And so I think that these new trends that are geared to take the digitalness away from life, I think that they are really good, and I think they're really positive. Just like you mentioned, an event experience can be diminished with the fact that people are always on their phones. You cannot necessarily have someone's complete attention. And I will just admit it, I'm guilty. There's times where I'm at an event and I probably should be paying attention, and I have missed some things. I'm like, what did they say? And it was because I got a text come in and I'm answering the text. And I get it. So I am an empty nester, and there are times that I'm very concerned because, my son he's wonderful, but he still needs his mom. And so I'm always looking for that next text, like from my son, I need you, Mom, can you help me? And I wouldn't want to help him right away, but I do know that the hour of that event, that it's nothing can be that bad, And then the other part of it, if you bring spirituality in it, which is where I've gone to now, is just understand that the Most High has your folks taken care of. Do not worry. It's not your job to worry about them. The Most High has them taken care of. So you go ahead and enjoy your event. And then after the event or at a break, that's when you can respond to whoever you need to.
Well, Miss Claudia, I tend to agree with you. I tell my adult children all the time, look, I'm going to leave something for Jesus to do. So we're going to hang up, we're going to pray, and we're going to hang up. Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If nobody is really in crisis, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the other thing is, they have lived on the other side of the country for so long, I couldn't get there anyway. So, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah, leave something for God to do, people.
Right. Right. I mean, you're put on this earth to mold them, to guide them, but in all actuality, you know, once they leave your nest, I mean, like, you know, the birds, I think they actually just kick them out, you know, so.
Because, well, Claudia, once they leave our womb, I mean, we
Right.
are not God.
Right. Right. So, so I'm just encouraging people to kind of adapt this nature. We do want to, I want to talk about kind of the other issues when it comes to diluting that whole idea of social media. Physical effects. Now, a lot of us, we talk about, yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good idea to diminish your use of anything digitally, but we very rarely talk about this, which is the physical effects of digital fatigue. It can cause eye strain, headaches, mental exhaustion, and then making guests disengaged and less likely to participate. So if your speaker in that, I mean, this has happened. I've seen this too. Sometimes the speaker right before coming up, they're so immersed in their phone because maybe they're trying to get the last of their notes or whatever the case is, which is okay. But from an event planner standpoint, and guess what we do, because we're very organized, you just need to come a few minutes early and you need to get your notes organized before sitting there and trying to do it, because that's what happens. You take 2 minutes into your time when people are like, hello, it's your turn. It's your turn. Come on up and speak. Or, you know, it's your turn for you to open the gifts. Like say if it's at a baby shower. Well, you've taken now that time to get into whatever you need for your guests or for your participants. And when it comes to eye strain, headaches, and mental exhaustion, these are all health-related issues that are very serious. It's something that we need to really focus on. And from somebody that is an eyeglasses wearer, it's very important to make sure that you get screen glasses. I know it's usually an extra cost, but I'm telling, and I don't know if you can tell, but I do have my blue lenses on. But it does make an impact. And I have noticed that my eyes are less strained. But in addition to that, if you are working 9 to 5, if you're an entrepreneur, no matter what your area of expertise is for your business, just know that you get a 10-minute break. If you're working 9 to 5, you get a half an hour to an hour lunch and another 10-minute break. If you're not using those breaks to rest your eyes, to rest your body, to get up and move around, then you're not helping yourself. And then if you're an entrepreneur, you need to operate on the same schedule. You need to give yourself a 10-minute break. You need to give yourself that half an hour lunch. You need to eat a healthful meal. And then you need to give yourself another 10-minute break. I know when you're an entrepreneur, everybody thinks that, you know, it's the easiest thing in the world, but we do literally work 24/7. Okay, stop it. Just stop it. We don't have to work 24/7 because people aren't even up 24/7.
Thank you.
You can stop and you can take a break. You can't get back to your family because your family is actually waiting for you. I mean, my grandsons have told me that a million times. They're like, Oma, when are you going to stop working so that we can get in the pool?
Absolutely. They want, yeah. I get that.
So you have to listen to that nature. And even sometimes husbands, my husband will say, oh my God, another networking event. And I'm like, oh yeah. Well, my husband has had me now for the last 3 weeks, no networking events on the weekends or even events, because I had taken some time off from events because he said that he wanted me. So I gave him to me. I gave myself to him. And we've been like getting back into movement. So we're working out together. It's amazing. The only thing that I haven't got yet, which is my date nights, he insists on not planning those, but that's another segment.
Yes, those are different events.
But he has gotten me because he asked. And I did the due diligence of a good wife, and I gave him myself back.
Yeah.
And it's been never better. So go back to your family, go back to your children, go back to your grandkids. I think that their new trend on the social media is, kids are only so little for so long.
Yes.
That's a true statement. I remember flying my grandkids from St. Louis when they were toddlers, and now those little jokers are 10 and 11 years old. They're heading to the preteen stage, and I'm like, what? Where has the time gone? And in addition to that, where have I gone? Because that was 11 years, and I'm like, I don't think I remember a lot of things about those 11 years, me specifically participating in, and then though I did, but I don't remember it. So that's another reason.
Claudia, COVID stole 3 years.
That's true.
And so, it's like, what? They're how tall? What?
That's true.
That's true.
It stole it gradually. So we thought it was going to be over. So, you know what I mean? So we kept saying, oh, it'll pass. It'll pass. 3 years later.
That is totally true. There's nothing truer than that statement. And that's unfortunate. And I think sometimes people think that during COVID, people got closer together. In some aspects, people were stuck with each other. So some aspects, they decided, I don't even really want to be with you that much. Or, like we had the kids at our house because my son is an over the road truck driver. And I love them to death. But during that time, I was like, how do we get rid of these little jokers? Like, what do we do with them? And,
well, the 24 hours, they're not leaving to go to school. It was just traumatic for a lot of households.
Everybody. And on top of the fact that they weren't able to see their friends either.
Exactly. So it was like a 24/7 sensitivity session.
Yes. And we got through it, but it was definitely different than anything that we've ever experienced for the whole nation, for the whole world.
Exactly.
And that's what, crazy enough, it was at that time that we got more digitally inclined. Did we not?
Yes, because school was online, everything was online, work was online, everybody's in a different room online, so they can't overtalk each other. Yeah.
Yes. So we're trying it. There's no pandemic at this point right now, so I'm encouraging people to get back into what you know. So creative ways to encourage in-person engagement without digital distractions. Have phone-free zones. Create designated areas where people and at events, attendees are encouraged to unplug and connect. Interactive activities. We try as much as we can to have interactive activities at our events, but you also can do that at home. Go back outside and ride your bike with your kids again. Go outside and throw a ball around. Do these things. The kids actually, you might not think they do, but they really like the interaction with their adult persons, whether they're grandparents, whether they're parents, whether they're aunties and uncles. They enjoy this so much. They are so excited. You might not think so because we are a technical society, but they really do enjoy it. Do some check-in challenges. Offer small incentives, even for your young grandchildren to call you, once a week or so. You call me on Wednesday, and then we can go out on Saturday and have ice cream. And that includes events. We can offer small incentives for attendees. You had asked Robin, how was the response from a bride saying we don't want phones at our event? They were responsive, but it might be a little different at events, but you can gauge that, and it absolutely is possible. Offer live entertainment at events, and then have live entertainment come to your home. I think that for the most part, most homes are equipped with enough space to have live entertainment. Hear me out. Guitar is a live entertainment. Somebody can grab a guitar, sit on a couch, and you can get a one-person guitar show for your whole family, or invite your neighbors. We've done that a couple of times, and let me tell you, it's so much fun. I don't play any instruments. I think I wanted to at one time. I don't play any instruments, but I think the people that do play instruments are phenomenal. But engage them. They're out there. And you know what? You might help them because they might be of the digital age, and that guitar might be hung up somewhere on a wall. Have them pull that guitar. I know my husband started trying to play guitar, and my son actually does play guitar. When he comes over, that's what we're doing.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a beautiful thing.
Go back into that, relearn that skill. But that's amazing. So you can have a big band, you can have a guitar, a violin player. I know you guys know Lakeisha, her son started playing the violin, and it is impressive because of all the people. I would have not thought that he would chose to play an instrument at all, but he has, and he actually has enjoyed it.
Wonderful.
Let's see. You can have I know we're trying to get away from, we try to do things digitally because of the impact on the environment, but we can still get back to doing that by, instead of using maybe printed programs or printed things. I know I'm an itinerary girl. Me and Lakeisha just got back from her birthday celebration in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And I did have, I put the itinerary, emailed it to them, but you can actually do even whiteboards. I think about that now that I'm talking about this. I could have brought like a small whiteboard, and I'm like, this is what we're doing today. So you can do that in your home too. You can have a whiteboard. There are even refrigerators and appliances that offer that. So the side of your refrigerator, you can turn that into a whiteboard. The front of it, you can turn into a whiteboard. Just make sure you don't use permanent markers. But you can do that. This is what we're doing today. You can encourage human connection. When it comes to events, we usually use icebreakers and structured networking to get people talking face to face. You can do the same for your family. Again, I will repeat this. Sunday dinners, Friday night pizza nights, bring those things back. We actually love them. And guess what? We were talking about Costco before we came on. Costco's pizzas, I think they're like $10. They're pretty decent. They're good. And they're inexpensive.
Yes.
You don't have to pay $30, $40 for pizza. Go grab you a few Costco pizzas. Or this is what we've done. My husband is a weirdo because what people may not know is I'm vegan. My husband's not. And apparently I'm a bad wife because I don't necessarily cook for my husband's diet. I cook for mine, and then he has to kind of tap in. So he's learned a few things along the way. He's an avid, awesome grill person. He grills everything. So he adds meat to whatever I create. But the other thing that he got into was making pizza. So we make homemade pizzas now, and he involves the boys when they come over. He involves them to create their own pizza. So everybody has their own pizza for the night. So you guys can do that too. And you don't need expensive
turn food into an activity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Claudia, we are wrapping up, and I don't
Okay.
want to leave without showing people how to connect with you. So I'm going to put some things up, and if you will tell us a little bit about these activity these sites, I would really really appreciate it. So let me put this one up. Share screen, just a second. Okay, can you tell us about this site?
Oh, okay. Yes, that's my wonderful website. Um, so it will give you everything that you need to know about Saventi. And I would encourage people to go to the contact section of there if you ever need somebody to help you with an event. It'll give me everything that I need to start that process up. Well, we always ask the questions, but before even calling, sending me that information would be very appreciative. But everything you need to know is on that site as far as what we do, how we do it. And then when we do have events that are coming up, we also put those ideas on there too.
Okay, this is gorgeous.
Beautiful website.
I was just showing some of the services. Here are
Yeah.
some of her events. Select the upcoming event. You want to tell us a little bit about summer camp?
Yeah, summer camp is an event that I'm helping the United Methodist Conference with. They have children come in. Unfortunately, and I have to change this, but unfortunately, I think that we only had one person for the Lodestar option, but Toyin is absolutely beautiful. It goes from July 6th to July 12th. And it's amazing. It's near the beach, so it's the best camping experience you could possibly ever have. It's for children that are in school. So
Mm.
if you know a child that would like to go to camp, or if I'm just going to say it, if you want to get rid of your kid for a week or so, this is the time to do it. And I'll be there, so I'll be there watching over the youngins. So do it. It's an amazing experience. It's a spiritual experience because it is part of the United Methodist Conference, but you don't have to be Methodist to join.
All right.
Nice. Nice.
Very good. Now, I'm going to stop sharing this site and put this up just a moment. And I'd like you to make a comment on this, which is your Facebook page. You want to talk to us about this?
Oh
Can you?
yeah.
Can everybody
So
see that? Mm-hmm.
yes.
Nice.
So well, this header it just tells everything that we do. I try to encourage people to understand that when it comes to events, there's the small, the the medium, and the large. And we've done things as create a hot chocolate bar for a business. We've done things like help people create an outline for an upcoming speaking event. So, and yes, that's it. We just created an outline for them. They told us what they wanted to, what areas they wanted us to reflect on, and we created that for them. So it doesn't matter how small you need it. Just give me a call, and you'll never know how much we can help when it comes to your own personal events.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I see there.
Beautiful.
I didn't realize that she'd been in the beauty business 22 years. I just found
Wow.
that out from your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay. Lakeisha. We just love Lakeisha. Uh, but yeah, so I am excited. Let me put us back up here in the frame. Just a moment, people. Bear with us. All righty. Uh, we want to support you, and that's why we put your links up. We're going to put your links in the chat so that people can connect with you.
Awesome.
And we just want people to know that you are on Instagram as well as Facebook, so that they can go and see what it is you do and how you serve. uh, we love what Claudia does, and that's why we highly recommend her. Okay.
Yay.
Yes, we fully endorse Claudia, and you can trust her with your event. people. So with that, we want to just thank you, Claudia. We all need to get back to connecting to one another. We had a great event at First Monday. Thank you for that, for making it just special. And we want everyone to know it's time to come back out, connect with people. That is how you grow your business. People do business with people they know, like, and love. And
Yes,
so we thank you again, Claudia, for all that you do. And tell Lakeisha we said hello.
absolutely.
Is there anything you want
Just
to share with us before you go?
Yes, I just want to remind everybody again, in a world where screens dominate our attention, events and life should be a space for true connection, creativity, and community. Be intentional about reducing screen fatigue and create spaces of wonder.
Nice.
I love it. Create spaces of wonder. That's beautiful. Wow.
You should
It's
do a Facebook Live on that, Claudia. That was beautiful.
Oh,
create.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
Write that down. Create spaces
it
of
was
wonder.
gorgeous. Yes.
That is beautiful. And then you could show us some pictures of how, the spaces that you've created that are just wondrous,
Yeah.
because you do some special
Beautiful
things.
stuff. Yes.
Uh, so with that, we want to thank you, Claudia, and we want you to come back soon so that you can
Absolutely. Thank
show
you
us
for having me. I
how
love
to
you
create
guys.
those wondrous spaces. All right. Have a great day. Bye bye. Oh my goodness. Oh, Claudia, I just love you. All right. And let me get us in focus. So, oh my goodness, wasn't that something?
It was great. And then, and actually, having Claudia help you with your event, she's going to talk about all of these things you need to think about ahead of time so that you're
Hmm.
not caught with things at the end. Oh, why didn't I think about that? Because she has her, I'm sure so this is probably one of them. Do you want to have phones at your event or not?
Hmm.
Because you don't
Hmm.
think about that if you're, just not used to putting on your own events. Wonderful.
Exactly. So, who do we have coming up next week?
So we have Linus Wood Mullins with us next week. So it'll
Ah,
be very, very good to see her. It's been a little while since we've seen her, so that'll be fun. And then we have Jill Weston, and then we have Linus
ah,
back. So the month of March is a short month. It's only 4 weeks.
mm.
So we'll go see Linus next week. So that'll be exciting. She'll be somewhere in the United States.
There you go. All
She's
right.
visiting grandchildren right now.
Yes, I know the feeling. Okay, so guys, we just want to remind you that if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, simply text Biz to 33777, or you can find us over at bizchicks.net. We'd love to share with our community what it is you do and how you serve. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle and run a profitable business that's fun to run. Okay. With that, and tell Kitty Cat I said hello. We just want to thank you for your time, all those watching live and on the replay. We're signing off, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be talking tech in easy to understand terms with the Biz Chicks. Bye bye, everyone.